So I'm thinking about blocks of flats that people live in. Where did the idea come from to pack loads of people into a relatively small space in the way of a block of flats? And it seems to me that the only way we get an idea like that we could group people together in such a fashion, must be based on seeing how insects do it. So we'd see a beehive, whatever, and want to copy it and see that you could fit loads of people into a pretty small space if you arrange it a certain way. So we sought to copy a beehive with a block of flats, and that's what we did. So the point is that you have a model in nature that we then seek to copy. And that's why we have blocks of flats, because we saw a beehive, I'd imagine. I can't think of anything similar to a beehive. But so the model was there first. So I'm thinking, what else might we invent in future that's based on a model in nature? So in other words, is there something in nature that exists that we might want to copy one day? So we've copied a beehive with blocks of flats. We've copied tube trains by looking at what worms do, tunneling through the ground. We've conceived of aeroplanes by looking at birds. And we've conceived of submarines by looking at dolphins. I still find that stunning that we thought we could go underwater in the same way. So I'm wondering, is there something else in nature that I haven't thought of yet that we might seek to copy one day? Because the example has to come first, and then we seek to copy it. I think it's difficult to do something that hasn't been done before in nature. An exception to this would be spaceflight, for example. That just blows my mind totally, how we ever imagined we could fly into space. I don't understand how we got the concept in the first place, because the concept comes first and then we proceed to do it. But some things, I just can't see how we got the concept in the first place, because it seemed unimaginable to fly into space. But somehow we conceived of something that seems impossible, or there's no logical reason to think we could fly into space, because we haven't had an example to copy, as we have with lots of the other inventions we have. So a couple of things I'm thinking. One, is there something in nature that happens that we might want to copy, but we haven't copied yet? Maybe we haven't even thought to copy yet. And the other thing I'm thinking, is there something we might want to do that nature doesn't do, but we might want to do anyway? So we've got the nuclear route that we've gone, nuclear energy. We've got computing and whatever. But I'm thinking that most of the things we do seems to be modeled on what nature does already in a different way. As I said, blocks of flats modeled on a beehive, whatever. Submarines modeled on dolphins, aeroplanes modeled on birds. So, a couple of things then. Is there something in nature we might want to copy but we haven't thought of yet? And the other thing is there something we might want to do that nature doesn't do, but we might want to do it anyway, like we did with spaceflight? So it is interesting, and I'm wondering now, what can I see around me in nature that we might want to copy?